Welcome back to Solomon's Porch with your host, Jason. Hello?
Oh, is it time?
What's up? It's time. It's time, man.
We're start-
How you doing? It's good
I'm
to have you
sorry.
back.
I was watching Dallas and the Giants play. So
Oh, okay. I hadn't watched football at all this year. But, Shawn, I'm glad you have joined me today on this podcast, man. It's good to see you.
and Shawn.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So now your lack of time and response for me matches the video somewhat. So
That's not.
actually, the video is a little bit better now than what I thought it was going to be. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we're back with another segment, and so far YouTube has been doing okay. So in case you're wondering, folks who are listening to this via podcast and those watching via YouTube, we do have a YouTube channel and we do have a podcast. So however you'd rather listen to this, pick your option. It's there. Uh, Also wanted to let you know that, we do have a website, solomonsporchpodcast.com. Make sure you go check that out for a lot of stuff. And Shawn this week has been working pretty hard on some of our merch product. And so we'll share that with you later. We're also going to be doing the WandaVision trailer kind of review, talk about it briefly. We're going to be doing our round 5, college or no college. I think that's a topic that's kind of been going on for a while now, so we want to talk about that. And actually, the round 5, that's not round 5. That's the third topic. The round
No.
5 is our
Yeah.
top albums of 2020. So, a lot of great stuff for you this episode. We're still trying to work out this video thing, so please, be forgiving toward us in this process of learning. So, yeah, man, let's jump into the news already.
All right.
Oh,
So
wait,
what?
sponsors.
Well, oh yeah, sponsors are
Me
good.
apologia. We do have sponsors for the show, TrueStrengthApparel.com. Make sure you hit TrueStrengthApparel.com. Check out everything Aaron's got over there. We're grateful for him being a Patreon supporter of the show. Very grateful for that. Also, Chris Nunn, I Ride with Jesus. I Ride with Jesus. Make sure you go check him out. I'm going to put the link for the he's got Spotify link and all that stuff available. So I will have that on the website, and I'm gonna try to include that in the show notes. And so make sure you go check out what he's got going on over there. Support him as he supports the show. We also have him on our indie artist playlist. So go check that out, man. Go check it out. Also, Light, Light. There's a period in between each of those. He's got a song called Gonna Last. And he's actually based out of Eastern North Carolina. So that's pretty
Right
cool.
on.
We'll have to reach out to him and get him on the show. So he's got an album that is album mixtape. It's called Ham Volume 1 Hard at Ministry, which is Ham. And he actually
Ham over bacon.
so he did it in loving memory of I don't know if it's Lindell Gale Murray. But make sure you go check out Light as well. And as with Chris Nunn, the music is on our indie artist playlist. Go check that out too, man. Go check out our indie artist playlist on the website. It's available to check out. And yeah, man. So let's now dive into the news.
So if you're a Canon fan, you will have understood the ham over bacon comment.
Sure,
So.
sure.
All right. So Wonder Woman 1984. It's released. It's dropped. It's out there. Christmas Day for those of us here in the States. I think the rest of the world was like, I don't know, 17th or something of December. But there was a lot of hype. I think a lot of expectations behind it. And just real quick, what'd you think? Was it a 5? Was it a 4? What would you rate it?
Keep going down.
2, 1,
2.5.
0.5.
I'd say 2.5. I didn't enjoy it that
2.5.
much. Yeah, we got a full review up on our YouTube page, so you can go check that out.
We do.
So if you want to hear our full in-depth thoughts, just in my opinion, storyline wasn't great. Too many holes. It felt rushed. I don't know. Character choices didn't work out too well.
It seemed a much more agenda based film.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3. So yeah, check out our video for a little more breakdown. I will say this though, I totally let this out on our review, but I'd like to point out that because there's a lot of people that are going to hate us and call us sexist and what have you, but I will point out that there is a movie that's based off of a graphic novel. Atomic Blonde is the name of the movie, not the graphic novel, but a movie that is just, and again, it's based off of a story that's just written in a way that is, hey, there happens to be this female lead, and she's really awesome, and she's, kicking and taking names. And uh, Wonder Woman was not that. Wonder Woman was weak. There's a big emphasis on her being more pacifist. She makes it very clear she hates guns, and that's fine, whatever. But like, she didn't even have her shield and sword, and it's like, whatever. Um, so you've just taken this super awesome, powerful um, superhero, and you've like stripped her of all of these things that normally make her really cool, and just gave her a lasso. Woo,
It's a
boy.
lasso of
Okay.
truth. It's a lasso of
Yeah.
truth. And the whole movie was based on truth, okay? That's the whole movie. Well, not based on truth. It's supposed to be surrounding what is truth, okay?
That's supposed to be the topic of it. Yeah. So, but
Even
anyway,
though
so
I didn't get that from it.
if you haven't seen Atomic Blonde, it is an adult rated movie, but I think it exemplifies the kind of action and storyline that I felt like we should have gotten out of Wonder Woman. Maybe not quite so dark as Atomic Blonde, although that would have been pretty cool too. But should have been more along those lines. Anyway, let's move along.
Move along. Move along.
Epcot had already announced that they are building a what's called Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Now, this isn't really comic book related, but I know that it's very popular, and a lot of folks in our circles kind of follow the Ratatouille. Well, not follow, but loved the movie Ratatouille. And I mean, hey, aren't we all really foodies at heart anyway? So anyway, um, it was supposed to debut this year, but of course, due to COVID, it was pushed out and should be open this summer. So if you make it out to Epcot and still socially distanced and you've got the funds, check out Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and tell me, how good is the restaurant really? All right, moving along.
Move along. Move along. So, Bible with Bordeaux. It is a show on YouTube. It is on the Solomon Sports
Ooh,
Podcast YouTube channel. As of right
it
now, we're
is.
doing Study of James, which is actually, I taught through it in our Bible study that I teach here at my house every week. And so I'm going through that. And I'm actually adding stuff to it. So even, some of the people who were in the Bible study can still go back and listen to those and get a little bit more that I've since then discovered and learned.
Are you looking at me when you say?
No,
It
I'm
looks like
looking at
you're
my
looking at me
screen.
when you say that.
No, I'm looking at my screen. It just looks like I'm looking at you
Yeah,
because you're facing me
yeah,
and my screen. So anyway,
whatever.
also, and I have a couple of merch items on our Teespring store that's available now as well. And speaking of Teespring store, we do have some more merch that is available. We showed some of it on our last episode, so I'm just going to flip through it here on our YouTube screen. You can see I love my wife like Christ left the church. There's some comedic ones, other ones not quite as comedic. Glad I ate a mint face mask, which I think is funny. And the
I
face
like that
mask,
sticker.
yeah. Let's go back to the sticker. So we have the What is Satan Drawing is a page on Instagram. He's a Christian comic book artist. And I had him on the Business with Bordeaux podcast, where we commissioned him to do a drawing of Shawn and I, kind of in the he does like metal dudes kind of a theme, and so he drew some of us in that. And for anybody who's listening on podcast, it's you have to go to YouTube to really check it out, or go to our website, click on the merch store. So we got a sticker, and it's Shawn and I with the microphones cups of coffee. Shawn's throwing a peace sign. And if you know, at the end of every show, normally he says, peace. And I got my Batman hat on. We also have the tank top with the same logo on it. So that's available. We have a face mask, which it looks pretty cool. I actually think the face mask looks pretty awesome. And then we have is it called a gator? A neck gator?
Yes, it is.
Okay, a neck gator. It's got our Solomon's seal on it, which we had high res redone. So you can check that out. I actually really enjoy that seal a lot more now that you've put a lot of more emphasis on it. And I'm glad you did, Shawn. I appreciate it more
Well,
now.
thank you.
And that seal is
It's
also
not like I created it.
yeah, you didn't create it, but I never really paid much attention to the other pieces of our overall logo, and I actually like it a whole lot more now. So, but we
Good.
also have it on a Samsung phone case, and then we have a Metal Guys.
That was an iPhone, by the way.
Oh, was it? Oh, for some reason I
Yep.
thought it was. Okay, cool,
But
cool,
but it is available on both Samsung as well as iPhones.
awesome, man. And then we also have the Solomon's Porch Metal Guys T-shirt. So all of those things are available now up on our store, and the link will be in our YouTube channel notes as well as our podcast notes and on the website. So you can go check that out, man.
Yeah.
So another interesting thing. Let's go on to some other types of news. Michael B. Jordan, for anybody who doesn't know, he played Killmonger in the first Black Panther film. He also is Creed in the Creed movies. He plays Apollo Creed's son from the Rocky film, and he is now going to be directing Creed 3, which should be interesting. I think the first three were. I know the first one was Ryan Coogler, which he did Black Panther, and I'm not sure if Ryan Coogler did the second one. I can't remember, but Michael B. Jordan will be directing Creed 3 himself. So I'm interested to see how it turns out, man, because the first one was great. The second one to me was even better. Like, I thought they did a great job with that storyline. And I don't think The Rock, or not The Rock, I say Rock, I meant Rocky.
Wow.
I don't think Rocky's going to be in it. I felt like at the end of Creed 2, he kind of gave his farewell. So I'm not sure if Sly's going to.
As he should.
Yeah.
I think it's time to move on, and that's part of what I love about the idea of Michael B. Jordan directing this.
Yeah.
Is that he's got the character, he knows the character, he's been it, and so for him to be able to start taking some of the reins within this yeah whatever
Yeah, the directing spot.
Within this movie franchise. That's what the word I was looking for was franchise.
Gotcha.
It makes sense to have him directing, and I love that.
Yeah, one of the other cool things too is I would love to see Michael B. Jordan fight in a real boxing match. Like, they've been doing these exhibition things here lately, and I think it'd be cool to see him in an actual boxing ring. Like, because
Okay.
I mean, he's got to do training for the film. He still has to learn the technique of boxing and all of that to shoot the
Sure.
film. So I'd love to see him in an actual boxing match. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know that he's going to want to mess with the money maker up there. That's too much of a chance.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he should go up against a basketball player or something. I've heard they don't have a whole lot of good success in the ring. So moving on, Disney Plus in the movie Soup beat out HBO Max and Wonder Woman 84.
You mean Soul?
Soul. What I put?
You typed Soup, but the movie is Soul.
Must have been autocorrect or something. But yeah, Disney in the movie Soul beat out HBO Max and Wonder Woman 84 for subscription signups, which is interesting because I think the whole entire goal behind Warner Brothers putting everything on HBO Max was to up their subscription rate and their number of signups. And Disney, who had just wrapped up Mandalorian Season 2, they still beat out HBO Max and Wonder Woman for new signups. And I think Disney's going to hang on to theirs a little bit easier than HBO Max is going to hang on to theirs.
And I wouldn't have even thought that Disney would have increased so much just because of Soul. I mean, yeah, there's some interest in it, but there's a huge fan following for Mandalorian, plus tons of buzz about it. That even fangirls and fanboys, um, are checking it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and Soul was not like billed to be such a huge movie. So I find that extremely shocking.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
but I will say this. I'm canceling my HBO Max at the end of my month. So whereas I've never canceled Disney. It's just always run the whole time.
Yeah. I do know. I thought there was supposed to be like an extra Mandalorian episode or something. Was there something that dropped this week?
The gallery stuff.
Was that it?
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
behind the
Okay.
scenes. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I do know that Disney Plus now has the Wolverine on it, so they're adding some more stuff. So check
Yeah.
that out. But let's move on to
So,
some other news.
so shows that I think we're all pretty excited about that are going to be releasing this year, January 8th. Um, Legends is supposed to be coming out. WandaVision on January 15th. Um, lost my. Oh, there's my notes. Falcon and Winter Soldier on January 19th. Loki in May.
March
We don't have a
19th.
specific date. Winter Soldier March 19th.
Yeah. You said
Loki in May.
January.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, definitely not January 19th. March 19th for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Loki in May, we don't know which date. The What If series is supposed to be, they said mid 2021, so we're thinking summertime. They
Right.
also said mid 2021 for Bad Batch. Um, Book of Boba Fett is supposed to release in December. Now, this is where, some of the news that we originally had once The Mandalorian had wrapped up with the season finale was that it was renewed for a third season and it would return December of 2021. But in fact, Disney is not returning it on 2021 December. It's actually going to come out in January. At least as of right now, that's the case. So, taking the place of season 3, releasing in December, is Book of Boba Fett. So, a little disappointing, but no, it's disappointing. I hate having to wait that long for more Mandalorian.
But at least we're getting Boba Fett. Like it's not like we're not getting
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, but even still, having to wait to December, it just they just keep pushing it out further, man. Good grief. But anyway, Hawkeye and Miss Marvel are supposed to be late in the year of 2021 of this year. So we don't really know if that's December, is it November, whatever, just late of this year. Uh, Talking about other releases, we've got several really cool movies that are releasing this year. March 12th, The Kingsman. So if you've watched the Kingsman movies, 1 and 2, this is supposed to be taking place back during World War One, and it's the very beginning, evidently, of what we know Kingsman to be now, I guess. So I'm not real sure how that works that way because my understanding was that Kingsman dated back even further than all of that. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do with this. Morbius, March 19th, the latest installment of James Bond. It's also supposed to be our handoff movie. No Time to Die is supposed to be in April 2nd. Black Widow, about time. It just can't get here quite fast enough. May 7th. Please don't let that be a letdown, Marvel.
I know, right?
Godzilla versus King Kong is supposed to also be May 21st, so also May, but the 21st. May 28th is Fast and Furious 9 or F9. And then we have June 25th, Venom 2. So excited about that myself. Ghostbusters Afterlife is supposed to be June 11th. Sorry, I kind of went backwards there in time. Going into July, we have Top Gun Maverick. on the 2nd,
I still
and
haven't
then
seen
into
Top Gun.
really,
Yeah, I've never seen it.
there's just no excuse. There's no excuse.
I haven't seen The
No excuse.
Patriot. I haven't seen Braveheart. There's a lot of old movies I hadn't seen.
Those aren't old.
There's
Those
still a
are
lot of
still.
classic movies I haven't seen.
They're not classic yet.
There's a lot of movies that are more what you've seen that I haven't seen yet.
Well, yeah, but I anyway. Death on the Nile, September 17th. I'm personally excited about this. This is an Agatha Christie story turned movie remake, and so I don't know. It does have Gal Gadot in it, or Gadot. Isn't it Gadot? I think it's
It's got a
Gadot.
Wonder Woman in it.
Anyway, Wonder Woman's in it. Dune coming out in October 1st. So another remake of a movie of a book. I definitely recommend that you watch the first movie, the original movie. It does have, if I say it has Sting in it, do you know who Sting is?
So whenever you first said
Not
Sting,
not
I
the
was thinking
wrestler,
the wrestler, and you
not the
said no,
wrestler.
it's the singer.
Yeah, the lead singer from the Police.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, really dating myself, I guess. Anyway, Eternals, November 5th. Spider-Man 3, December.
Yeah, they're saying it's coming out this year. They're shooting it now, and also Uncharted is supposed to drop this year too with Tom Holland, and so we're just not entirely sure what's going to come or when it's going to come. But they say 4 films for MCU for the next 3 years. 4 films a year, I mean, for the next 3 years. So we got Black
Right.
Widow. Um, oh, we didn't add Ten Rings. The Ten Rings, Legend of Ten Rings. Shang
Oh,
Chi. Shang Chi. That's coming out in sometime. I can't remember. I think it's in July. But it's like a lot of movies back to back from MCU. It's Black Widow, Shang Chi, Eternals, and Spider Man 3. So we got a lot of Marvel this year, obviously including Venom 2 and Morbius. And those films are supposed to be tied to Spider Man in some way, shape, or form. They're all going to be linked together. I told somebody on, I think it was Facebook, I said they're going to have to branch off of the MCU to create just a live action Spider Verse that includes Morbius, Venom, Spider Man, all the other films they're trying to create. And they're kind of doing what they're doing is that they have a Venom verse, which obviously starts with Venom. They're not including Spider Man in that, but he's still going to be somewhat tied to it because of the multiverse that exists. So I don't know how it's going to work. And also, we did get a green light that Wonder Woman 84 has been, or Wonder Woman has been renewed for or not renewed, but they're doing a third film. It's been greenlit,
they are doing a third film.
and they are what's it called? Expediting it. So there's a possibility that was it Rogue Squadron that Patty Jenkins is doing.
Yes.
We're not sure if they're going to postpone that in order that they might do Wonder Woman 3 faster because they're trying to, for some reason, they're trying to hurry it up and get it out. I don't know why. So if you were looking forward to the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron, we don't have an official word yet. But with her having been greenlit to go ahead and start doing the next Wonder Woman film, like writing and all that kind of stuff, we may have to wait a little bit longer on Rogue Squadron than what we thought. So, and then last, make sure you go check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. It really does help. The more subscribers we have, it helps the
Please.
reach, it helps the algorithms, and we can't even really monetize anything unless we have 1,000 subscribers, and we're at 45 right now. So every single subscription
So
helps.
click subscribe. It's somewhere
Yeah.
down
Grab that
there
subscribe button and
somewhere.
take it with you.
You
Take
you,
it
you
home.
know where it is. You can see it. It's right there.
It's obvious.
Just
I'm not
click
going to
on
have
it.
it flashing on the screen like a lot of people do.
No,
To me, that's a little
no, but
not
it's
cool.
down there.
Anyway, so let's go
You
into
can see
some
it.
music news, my friend.
All right. Well, hey, we're fans of brutality here at the show, and they have announced their debut full-length album coming out February 5th. It's going to be called Worldwide Desolation. So I'm excited to be able to check it out. I'm hoping maybe they'll send us a little something so that way we can preview some of it and be able to put out a quick review before it all kind of goes worldwide.
Right, right.
The Letter Black announces a new single coming out February 26th. Plus, on February 26th, they'll also be announcing some new information about their upcoming album as well. Red has released this past week, actually, a new video for their song Carterize. It is a live, I guess that's what we're calling them now, live videos. It's not a lyric video.
Right.
It's what a video used to always be. So
It's a music
whatever.
video.
It's a music video. So, and Rare drops a new song.
God's
You
Wayne.
know, yeah. He's just always working, man. And he's got some merch to go along with it. And hey, go check him out. He's a good friend of the show, a brother of ours, and we love him. We love the ministry he does. We love the heart behind his music as well. So.
Yeah, man. And another Eastern North Carolina artist that has dropped is Mitch Durrell featuring Giddy May. I probably said that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's not Gite May. So I'm going to say Giddy May. And TC, and that is called A Lot on My Mind. He's been teasing a lot of thought process and his creativity that's going into what I'm assuming the next project is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mixtape Mitch. Like he keeps hashtagging a lot of things. So I'm thinking he's got a project dropping sometime coming up in the next few months called Mixtape Mitch. Follow him over on social media to try to keep an eye on that. And also, Intellect, he's been a friend of the show. He comments on a lot of our stuff, and I'm grateful for him. And he's a really dope artist, man. I really appreciate his
Yeah.
craft, his creativity. So go check out Intellect. He's got a new song also featuring TC and D. Reed, and it's called Honor the Teacher. So go check out all of that music. Brutality, Letter Black, Red, Rare, Mitch, Intellect. We're grateful for all of those Christian artists, bands for doing the thing, man. Doing the thing, hitting 2021 hard. So we will be back to do our round 5 2020 favorite albums released. And you could probably, if you've listened to the show any of this year, you could probably guess a couple of that's going to be on that. So yeah,
Yeah,
man,
you can put a few in there.
we'll be back. Stay tuned.